Hi everyone. In the last video, we looked at the first paragraph of this essay. Examine the concept, the idea that free will is curtailed, meaning lessened or reduced by volition, which simply means a person's will. Now, I looked at the first paragraph. What we're going to do now is look at the second paragraph. Now, I'm just going to read through it and then I'll go through the key points and hopefully increase your understanding of them. So here we go. The first religious approach that would suggest our volition, again meaning a person's will, is linked to our studies of the philosophy of religion and predestination, that our will is controlled by God. This gives the view that God is master, a puppeteer who controls humans as his slaves. Calvin developed a full account of predestination. His teachings are still followed by some Presbyterian churches today and consider that God determines whatever happens in history, and we have a very limited understanding of his plans. Calvin believed that eternal life is foreordained, as is eternal damnation for others. In this approach, humans only do good because God made them that way. Furthermore, everyone is born a sinner and so destined to hell, but God chooses who are to be saved. Often described as the elect, those who are saved, they have the signs of being chosen, the elect, e.g. good and virtuous deeds. They do good and virtuous deeds. Therefore, it follows that our volition, our will be controlled by God to will virtuous acts if we are part of the elect, and they will us towards evil if we are part of the damned. Clearly, in this scenario, our volition is reducing our freedom as it is a slave to a puppet master God. Now, the first thing to say about this is it's underlined. Now, the reason for that is this part links to your philosophy of religion. Predestination is also something that we'll look at in philosophy of religion in terms of God and the human situation. Okay? Now, all this paragraph is simply saying is that your will, from this religious perspective, comes from God, right? And this is a God who predestines who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. And not only that, those who are predestined to go to hell, he makes them be evil during their lives. And those who go to heaven, they have the signs of the elect, pretty much meaning that they will be good because God's decided they're going to heaven. Before they've even born, before anything happens, it's decided what's happened. Now, clearly, if God is controlling them in this manner, they're not going to have control over the will. So the will, in this case, is controlled. It's controlled by God. So clearly, this would seem to suggest that the people are not free. Because it's decided that they're going to hell or heaven by God, because God's controlling the actions, he's therefore going to control the will, and he's in control of everything. Now, this sees God as being like a puppeteer who's controlling and pulling the strings of humans and basically completely controlling their lives. Now, as their will comes from this God, they cannot be free, right? So clearly, in answer to the question, with this model of God, the will, because it comes from God, is reducing the freedom. It's curtailing the freedom. So in this case, it's clear in answer to the question that free will is curtailed by volition, because the will comes from a puppet master God. Thanks for listening. If you've got any questions, again, tweet them at STM_RE or give us a shout at school and I'll help you if you've got any problems with that paragraph.